Hey there, what's up? Welcome to Ecofunomics. This is lecture 8 of data analytics using Excel. Data analytics is a certificate course. To know more, you can write to us, comment down below, or contact us using email ID, contact@ecofunomics.com. So Ecofunomics LLP is an international uh, education, research, data analytics company serving knowledge across 156 countries. We are registered under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, MSME, all government of India. So the book which I'm using for this study is Excel 101, Basics and Beyond, written by me and my colleague Jyoti Agarwal, and the editor of the book is Ankita Singh. You can WhatsApp us on 748-202-8953 and visit our website for more details at www.ecofunomics.com. Now, in this lecture, we are going to cover topics: sort, find and search, find and replace, filter. I think that's about it. So 5 topics for this one. So sort is a very beautiful Excel tool which helps us to arrange the data according to our need. It can be ascending or descending. It can be ascending, that is small to large, descending, which is large to small, from A to Z, from Z to A. Okay, so let's take an example and understand what we are talking about. So over here, we see that the data has household, that is A, B, C, D, E, and their income and their expenditures. So now, for example, we want to sort the data based on the income. Let's say lowest income to highest income. What we'll do, we'll select the data. Please be sure that I'm not selecting the heading over here, okay? Select the data, go to home, sort and filter, smallest to largest, and then you will get a pop-up which says expand the selection or continue with the current selection. So if you do continue with the current selection, I do not prefer this. This is an error, but yet we'll do and see what happens. Only this column, this column gets adjusted in the ascending to descending order. But the income beside family A is actually not the income of family A. Family D's income was actually placed beside family A's income. Okay, so this is an error. What do? We select the data, go to sort and filter, smallest, largest, expand the selection, sort. So here what happens, D, which has the smallest income in our data group, is now at the top, and all of its data is arranged as it should be. Okay. Now, for the descending one, that is largest to smallest, let's say we are arranging them, arranging in descending order, the expenditure in the descending order. Let's do expenditure, sort, largest to smallest, and continue with the expand the selection. Okay, and now we see that C has the largest expenditure. So that is one of the very basic things, but it is very useful. For example, if I can show you, Okay, so over here, we have it already arranged in the largest to smallest. Okay, that is A to Z. Okay, I really don't want to show you the height. Okay, so let's say we want to arrange the name from largest, that is from Z to A. So what we'll do? Sort Z to A, expand selection, and now we see that the last alphabet is first. Like initially we had A, B, C, D. Now it is U, T, S, so on. Okay. Now if we want to bring it back to A, B, C, D, that is in the order, alphabetical order, then what we'll do, select the data, go to sort and filter, sort A to Z, and expand the selection, sort. Okay. So I hope it was clear. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. That is find and search. Now, so find and search both do almost the same thing. Okay. First of all, there is one very simple method which I use all the time is Control F and this dialog box opens. And then you can, let's say, I want to search for the word question. Okay. And we can type find all. And then we get a list where question has been written. Okay, question 9, question 10, question 11, question 12. Let's say I click on question 12. So it gets highlighted over here. Now let's say I say click on question 9. So question 9 is getting clicked over here. So selected over there. So this is one of the basic method of find. Okay. Now, which we'll do more in the next sheet. Okay. Now let's look into the normal find and search command. So first of all, we have to understand what is character. So obviously, we are not talking about our character. We are talking about character count. So let's take a look at the word hello, guys. How many characters does it have? H is 1, E is 2, L is 3, second L is 4, O is 5, the space in the middle is 6, G is 7, U is 8, Y is 9, and S is 10. So in total, including the space, we have 10 characters. Okay. So we have 10 characters. Now, if we say that we want to search for the placement of the space, placement of the space. So ideally what we should get, that is what we will get basically, is 6 because it is the 6th place. So is equal to find, open bracket. What are we looking for? I want to look for the space in the text space. Okay. So I am just clicking the space bar, comma, select the cell, close bracket, enter. Okay. Now, similarly, let's say I want to look for the character count of S is equal to find, open bracket, within double inverted commas, S, close the double inverted commas, comma, select the space, close bracket, enter. So S is the 10th character. Are we clear? What are we trying to do over here? Okay. So let's look for space throughout all the text. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. Okay. Now, if there would have been 2 space, then Excel would report the first space itself. Okay. So be specific and clear about what you're doing. Now, as I said, a lot of times find and search are used interchangeably. Okay. So let's look for the word O, the character space for the word O, character count for the word alphabet O. search, open bracket, open double inverted commas, O, close a double inverted comma, comma, select the cell, close bracket, enter. Now, why did I get a hashtag value? Because please check the word, please remember, does not have the alphabet O. It does not have the alphabet O. Here we got 20 because the 20th character is O. Here we got 11 because the 11th character is O. See, there are two O's, okay? But it will report the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And the second character as O. Okay. Now we have to understand what if we want to look for a club of words. Okay. So let's say APP. So in this, we have APP. I'm not really sure why is it colored, but anyways, is equal to, let's begin with search. Search, open bracket. I am typing APP, close bracket. Okay, comma, select the cell, close bracket, enter. So here, if we club APP as one, the first character is APP. Okay. So here, what are we doing? Here we are not segregating A as one character, P as the second character, next P as the third character. No. Here we are commanding Excel club APP together as one character. So here it is showing you that the first character itself in the word apple is APP. Now, so here we do not have the word. Here the second character S is my first character and APP is then my second character. Okay. So similarly, we got through. Now this was for search. Now, here we are trying to understand the difference between search and find. Let's do. Is equal to FIND, open bracket, APP, close bracket, sorry, is equal to find, open bracket, double inverted commas, open, app, APP, close double inverted comma, comma, select the cell, close bracket, enter. Now, here is what I wanted to show you. When I had typed over here, I had given A as small and still it recognized. But when in find, I give A as small, it says not found. Why? Because find is case sensitive. Find is case sensitive. So whenever you are trying to find something which is case sensitive, for example, you know that I had written this with a capital A, so it should be with a capital A, you use find. But if in general you want to look through a word, irrespective of whether it was at the starting of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence, you use search. Okay. So now, see, this is the reason why this was highlighted. Here, these two are the two crucial things that we want to look at. Here we had small. So search identified the character count, but find was unable to do that. Here, the APP is in the center and hence even search was able to find because search is not character sensitive, but even find was able to find because here this case sensitive did not affect the uh, result because here the APP is actually in short, small letters. I hope I was able to explain this. And if you have a doubt, please write to me. I will get in touch. I will reply to you. Okay, so similarly, here is another example. These are another examples. Okay, so these had APP at the starting and hence search could identify it. But when we said find with small a, find was not able to give me a result. So that's about that. Okay, so further we have more questions to tackle. Now, let's understand how to segregate the first name and the last name. Okay, so first name, firstly, we know how to find the character space, character count for space. Okay, so there is a space over here, there is a space over here, there's a space over here. The space tells me the left hand side of the space is my first name and the right hand side of my space is my last name. Okay, so let's do is equal to left, open bracket, select the cell, comma, then I am saying find. What do I have to find? I have to find the space. Where do I have to find the space? I have to find the space in the cell O3, close bracket, minus the space count, close bracket, enter. Now, let me explain what I'm saying over here. First, I am saying find the space in the cell. Find the space in the name. Okay. Now, once you have found the space in the name, take the left hand part of the space. Okay. I have taken the left hand part of the space. Okay. Now the point over here, why am I doing -1? So if I do not do the -1, then they will say the name is Rohan space, Priya space. Okay, so my name will be Shreya space, but my first name is not Shreya space. My first name is Shreya. So we have to minus the space. Okay, I am repeating. Is equal to left, open bracket, select the name, comma, then find the space. Where do we have to find the space? In the name, and then subtract the space from the first name, enter. Okay. I hope this was understandable and you did not have a problem. Now let's come to the last name. Now last name is a bit tricky. Okay, so if you get your hands on a book, you will get the entire breakdown of the commands, of all commands. So for example, here the command is this. Okay, so I'll explain it. It's no need to read it from there. Okay. Now let's look into the last space. Is equal to right part of the space. Right. Okay. Right part of the space. So select the name, comma. Then calculate the length of the name. Then find the space again. Okay, I'll repeat. Is equal to right. Select the name. Calculate the length of the name minus the space from the name, close bracket, enter. Again, I'm saying if you have any doubts, please reach to me. Please get in touch. I'll answer every doubt personally. Okay. Now, let's understand filter, purpose of filter. Okay. So, Mostly I use the filter frequently in my research work because I work with panel data. So we'll talk about panel data more in the upcoming classes. So we'll talk about the different types of data in my upcoming lectures. So basically, I use a lot of panel data and hence I use a lot of code and country code, dummy code, a lot of things. And hence, I frequently use the filter tool. Okay. So what do? We select the heading, then home, filter, and drop down arrow like so appears. Click on the drop down arrow and deselect everything. So if you click on the select all, you will select everything. If you again select on it, you will deselect everything. Okay. So I deselect everything and then I click on O and click on 0 to just get countries with low income. Now let's select one, countries with high middle income, I think lower middle income, countries with upper middle income, and countries with high income. Now, the thing over here is, which a lot of people do not understand and get freaked out, is whenever you're filtering one column, even if you're filtering one column and you're trying to understand what is happening, all the other columns along with it get filtered. Okay. So why do I need it mostly? Like, let me give you an example again. So, like for example, I want to, let's just hide the names for the time being. Now, let's say that this is the grade list and I want to know the count of students who have secured uh, outstanding in the examination. Okay. So, home, filter, filter. Okay. Then select O and OK. So, now I know that 28 students, 28 students have scored O in the examination. So this is the purpose of filter mainly. So basically it filters out everything. It filters out remaining students. It filters out the marks of other students. It filters out everything. It filters out the name of the students. So just filtering one column filters the entire data. So a lot of time you might have heard data analysts saying that we have to learn to homogenize the data, we have to learn to clean the data. So this is what they basically mean. So for example, let me give you another example if I can. Okay. So let's say I have this and my study is on low and lower middle income countries. So first of all, I'll put the filter throughout all my heading. Then I will go and I will select only the low income and lower middle income. Then I will say, let's say my study is for the years after the COVID, or let's say 2019, 2020, 2021. Okay. Now I will say that this is my data. Now let's say that I want to filter out. Now let's say I want to filter out missing values. So I will go and deselect my missing values and okay. So this is how basically you clean up data and then whatever is left, you copy paste and bring it to a new workbook and then you begin your regression from there. So this is called cleaning of data and mostly the entire cleaning of data is done using filter. However, we are sticking to the basics because I am under the impression, because most of my students, they are pretty young. They are in their undergrads, and hence my examples and questions are very basic, helping you to understand from the grassroots level. So if you know the basic step, obviously upgrading your knowledge is not difficult. Okay, so let's say there is a designation code like so and gender over here, and let's say that I put filter, and let's say that the question is how many females are working. Okay, so I'll simply say 6 female, and how many males? We'll say 4 male. Okay, now let's understand how to use find and replace. Okay, select the data. It is very important to select the data, or else just, okay, let's understand the first step, and then we'll do an error to understand what not to do. Okay, select the data where you want to replace something. Okay, very important, select the data. Go to replace, go to replace. Okay, find what? 0. Replace it what? Low income, and replace all. Okay, so there were 2. Now let's say replace. Find what? 1. Replace it with what? Lower middle income. Okay, now find what? 2. Replace it what? Upper middle income. So you see, we are getting pop-ups which are saying 5 replacements made, 3 replacements made, 1 replacement made, so on. Okay. Okay. And the last one, let's say 3, replace it with high income. Replace all, and 4 replacements made. Okay. Now I said that do not proceed without selecting your data. Okay, I said first select your data and then do find and replace. What would happen if you would had not selected anything? You would have just randomly placed your cursor anywhere, went to replace, and let's say I am saying 0 with low income. Okay, 0 with low income, replace all. See, 42 replacements made. Okay. So see, replacements are made over here, replacement is made over here, replacement is made over here. So everywhere throughout the sheet, wherever Excel found 0, it replaced it with low income. So I have to undo it. Okay. So you got my point? Now, another trick, a crucial one. Okay, let's say we have to replace male with 0 and female with 1. So this is another method in which you can change categorical variable to numeric variable to categorical variable. So in the last lecture, we had learned this using an if function. Now we are learning the similar thing using a find and replace thing. So you can do whichever you want. It does not matter, but this is easier method, but knowing the if logical if function method is also crucial. Okay, so now whenever you are finding and replacing something, it is very important to first begin with the bigger word. Okay, to begin with the bigger word. So if we see female has male in it. Okay, so female has male in it. If I would have done, okay, replace, and I did male and replace it with 0. Replace all. So what are we saying? The male in the female has also been replaced. So this is an error, right? So always first change, replace the bigger word. For example, female, because it also has male in it, and replace all So now there is nothing else that can be replaced. No further errors can be made, and hence you do the smaller word at the end. So I hope you learned something new. In this lecture, we covered sort, ascending, descending, A to Z, Z to A. We completed find and search. We completed first name, last name. Then we completed filtered and replace. So I hope you learned something new. If not, brushed your old knowledge. If you did, please like and subscribe. Um, See you in the next lecture. Until next time, thank you. Bye.